twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that? How about that?
Two friends, two minds, and one love for Arsenal Football Club. You are now listening to the Caught in Two Minds podcast.
Meanwhile, Shelly weaves his way through. What a start this has
been. What's going on? Welcome to the podcast, Caught in Two Minds. It's your boy E. Marshall, Uncle E, chilling, flying solo once again. The big fella at Gunnar Rush, still out of the country, scouring the earth for a number 9. Because the one we got, woo! Anyway, we'll get into all that later. Hope everybody's had a great weekend. Thanksgiving here in America. Oh my gosh. The festivities, the food, the shopping, Black Friday, all that bullshit. All of it. You're eating all this food, the dressing, stuffing, whatever you call it. It's a lot of breads and carbs and air, the deviled eggs, the Brussels sprouts, mashed potatoes, gravy, all kind of people in your house, tight quarters, coronavirus, aborted anything. Just a house full of farts. If you think about it, just a bunch of people in a house farting and watching American football. That's what Thanksgiving's all about. Dogs walking around the house like, man, what the fuck? I need a new snout. Anyway, reason why I'm saying that is because the day after Thanksgiving, I woke myself up with a fart. Not just any fart, but like a 25-second fart. So there you have it. Halfway through the fart, I started getting worried. Is this going to end, or will it just be a continual fart? Eventually it ended, like I said, 25 seconds. And so enough. Doing a podcast by yourself, enough of the foolishness. Let's see what else. That was on Friday. Saturday, watched the Arsenal game. We hosted Newcastle. Team sitting bottom, near the bottom. Who knows? Bottom. After the game, I went and got a booster shot. Boosted up like a villain. Doing my part. It's my 4th booster. Yeah, I'm one of these guys that just goes and just gets all kind of shots. I can't tell you how many times I've been vaccinated. Nobody's keeping track. Everybody's running around screaming, giggling. Some people scared to get it. Some people looking down on people who don't get it. I don't none of that shit. I just go get it. I'm doubled up on everything except for AstraZeneca, whatever that one is. I want that one. Then I'll have them all doubled up and boosted on all of them. I'm doing my own personal experiment with these vaccines. I'll let y'all know how it goes. So far, I seem to be developing a little telekinesis, I think is what it's called. So I got that going for me. Anyway, enough. Wenger back. What? Stories all last week. Wenger coming back to Arsenal in some sort of role, some sort of capacity. It's welcomed by Arteta, which is nice. What it really highlights is how secure in his position Arteta is to welcome back such a figurehead like Wenger and not be intimidated or worried. Shows a lot. Shows that he has somebody by the balls. He's got some dirt on somebody. But I think it's tremendous. Whatever Wenger can bring to the situation, hopefully, maybe he can help Arteta with chance creation. Offensively, getting the team to create a little more chances. Who knows? But anytime you can have Papa Wenger back with the club, I think it's tremendous in whatever capacity. He could just come out and do a post-match interview. I could listen to that fool talk all night. Anyway, enough with the foolishness. Let's get a quick recap in, and then we'll dig in to the main course. Odegaard and Saka. That was the only change. I liked it. It's a perfect opportunity to see where he's at. And we'll get into that later. Plus, it gives Saka a rest before the Man United game on Thursday, which, to me, is a huge match to see where this team's at. I know people like to. I'm recording this on Sunday, so I don't know what they did against Chelsea yet, but I know a lot of people like to make fun of Man U and other, but man for man, they got a better team than us, and this is going to be a tough challenge. So, huge match on Thursday. Plus Thursday, so that's a weird night for a game. You know what I mean? Thursday. What is this? The Europa League? But anyway, that's what the schedule says, and it's we're gonna see. We're gonna see. So anyway, to continue with the recap, the team started out real slow. Too slow for my liking. That has a lot to do with Arteta, I think. But eventually, Nuno was the only guy really out there trying to make some things happen early on. Eventually, Saka got going, probably like the last 10 minutes of the first half. He got to the byline and floated a pass back to ESR, who headed it. On goal, he should have finished. He really should have finished. But the rebound fell to the captain, a striker, on $350 a week. And he choked right before halftime. A beautiful time to score a goal against a team like Newcastle, just hanging on by a thread. Would have really opened up the match going into the second half. But anyway, so we're headed into halftime. It's 0-0. I'm thinking to myself, oh shit, here we go with this bullshit. But second half, the team came out much better up tempo. The passing was quicker. We started pressuring Newcastle more, creating turnovers and chances on the other end. And Saka popped up on the left-hand side to work some magic with his young homies, and scored a great goal. After a 16-pass sequence, assisted by Nuno, the only player, like I said, who came out dialed in. More on him later. And not long after that, Saka goes off with a knock or a muscle strain or something. In steps Martinelli. He's on the pitch. His second touch, he scores a tremendous over-the-shoulder volley to make it 2-0, and Arsenal win. Now, I was gonna look into some stats, but forget all that. We pretty much dominated. So now that that's over, Let's get dialed in. Let's ask some questions. Put the pieces to the puzzle together. Figure it out. Look at you. Look at you. Relax. It's Uncle E. Here we go. Slow start. Against a team like Newcastle, struggling, not struggling. They're struggling, hanging on by a thread. You in games like this at home, you really want to come out and just put it to rest. No questions. We're gonna come out here. We're gonna impose ourselves, and we're gonna dominate this game. We're gonna do everything we can to get a goal right away, so that Newcastle will at least have to come out and play and open up. It was stressful. That first half was stressful, and when Aubameyang missed, I got worried. Here we go, another one of these games. We're gonna scrape by and get a 1-0 victory, or who knows what could happen. But eventually we came on and we got it. But I really think Arteta needs to have the team ready to go in these type of games. We showed against, I think it was Norwich recently. Somebody. We came out, we were aggressive, we imposed ourselves, and we went after it. And I really thought that's what was needed this game. But for some reason, it didn't happen. And, we got to work on that. We got to come out the gates flying. And let me see. I think let's see what your boy has to say. Let's see what your boy has to say. Hold on a second. Let me get my shit together. Look at you. Everybody's giggling. Everybody's giggling. Let's see. Chrome tab. Cotton 2 Minds. We're gonna share audio. And then bam. Let's see. Let's see if this shit's gonna work.
I feel like the second half is what you wanted to see. You're waiting for a spark, really, weren't you?
Yes, in the first half we took the game where we wanted, but without really being a real threat and understanding how we had to attack that block well enough, and we lacked some composure in the final third to hit the final ball better. The shooting, I don't know how many times we shoot, but we didn't hit the target at all. In the second half, we changed a few things. I think we started already in a different way. Our purpose, our rhythm was much better, and we started to generate chances, and we managed to score 2, and obviously the game was in control.
You feel me? You feel me? So everything he just said should have been from the jump. Shouldn't have been any questions about it. We had to come out and we should have dominated this team from the jump, just so I could relax. I guess I'm being selfish right now, but he made the proper adjustments. He got the team going in the second half, and tremendous. But these slow starts, this lack of intensity, you got to be cutthroat against these sorry teams, especially at home. Come out, put them away, so that there's no question about it. That's what I want to see going forward. And so he listens to this podcast. So yeah, I'm talking to you, Mikel. Get it going from the jump. Now, on to something else. On to the next topic. Look. Excuse me. Arteta and Adu have been clearing out the bad apples, with attitudes detrimental to the team's success. They've been getting them out of Dodge. And for the most part, they've gotten rid of most of them. But I'm here to tell you, there's one left. Any guesses who? Huh? Any? No, it's not Pepe. Say what you want about Pepe. He tries. There's effort. He just don't know how to play with this system and these players. I don't know what's going on with him, but he just can't quite get it. So who is it? Who's left? Who's that one guy left? That's right. Aubameyang. Oh yeah. Let me tell you, in life, when you get to be a certain age, over 30, you start getting different priorities in life. You got your wife, your kids, your body's aching. You're playing this damn soccer. You've been doing this shit since you were 5. Your kids are going to grammar school. You want to hang out. You got your dog. The writing's on the wall. Your passion for the grind starts to wane, especially if you're on $350,000 a week. Now, to me, I don't get the feeling Aubameyang is completely dialed in. I just don't. In the last few games, you can see that with the missed penalties, the stupid offsides, just the running, the giggling. Anyway, I don't see the hustle and drive. I see a player in his 30s trying to get to the finish line. Let me ask you a question. Do you really think Abba cares where this team finishes this year? Do you think top 4 is a priority for Abba? You think getting into the Champions League is what drives him and pushes him forward? Clearly not, because he wouldn't have signed an extension to stay with Arsenal if that was the case. I see no passion. And again, today, Saturday, another awful miss. This was a sitter, and it was at a crucial point in the match, right before halftime. And afterwards, I saw no remorse. None. Don't get it twisted. We have to buy a striker if we're going to get top 4. Loan out Balagrin, sell Eddie and Keita, and buy a number 9. Now, in the process of that, periodically give Martinelli a run out to see where he's at against weaker opponents. He's a player who desperately needs match experience, and he hasn't been given an opportunity. We'll talk about him in a bit. He scored a tremendous goal, and throughout his career, he's shown flashes of brilliance. He's still a little spazzy, but whatever. We gotta sign a number 9. We have to sign a player who's ready to go too. Ready to go. No Tomiyasu type signings, none of that. Somebody who's ready to go right now. Who that is? At Gunnar Rush is working on that. Now, hey, it's whatever. On to the next. To me, this game was about redemption, especially after getting our asses handed to us by Liverpool. A lot of our young players that match made a lot of silly mistakes. Some that opened the floodgates. So, to me, this match is about redemption. And let's start with you-know-who. Nuno Tavares bounced back like a soldier. Now, he's still wild, but he wasn't timid. He wasn't gun-shy. He didn't hide. He didn't sulk. He stayed aggressive, stayed running, attacking, and getting back on defense. I will say, he's been hanging out with Partey a little too much. That Partey disease where you get the constant urge to shoot from outside the box. But hell, I'll take it. For the first goal, There was a 16 pass buildup, and it ended with a cute little pass from Nuno to Saka for a classy finish from a tight angle. I'll take the good and the bad with Nuno because you know he's going to give you 100%. And he ain't scared. You got to love it. Also, Tomiyasu wasn't highlighted for some of the mistakes he made in that Liverpool game, which weren't as bad as Nuno's. But he had his hands full. He was going against that little angry guy, Mane, and I thought he could have played better. Anyway, that's in the past. I thought he bounced back nicely. Had a great game. It was really nice to see him be more aggressive. You know, he showed good vision. He pushed up the pitch. I mean, yeah. I really noticed him yesterday against Newcastle. I thought him and Saka had some chemistry over there. He was a little more involved in us going forward, and that helps with giving the team some balance, because you can't just have Nuno pushed all the way up. You gotta work him from on the left side and the right side. And I thought Tomiyasu, I just noticed him more being more positive, and yeah, I think he smiled yesterday too. Not quite sure. I'm gonna go back and watch the game again, but I think he did smile. And while I'm tripping, he has some nice key passes and the wonderful pass to Gabby. The vision to see it, the weight of the ball, and it's just a beautiful, beautiful assist for the Gabby goal. So tremendous performance by Tomiyasu. I thought he played well. It's nice to see him be a little more aggressive and be more positive. So our fullbacks got both the assists. They were positive, and tremendous bounce back for the Liverpool game. So there you go. There you go. Now, the thing with Tomiyasu, he shouldn't be pushing forward all the time, but against weaker sides, give it a go. Give it a go. Go for it, Who else redeemed himself? Lokonga. He had a solid game. He had a solid game. He played good. To me, he's still not fully dialed in. He really isn't. Passing, the awareness, I don't know. I think he's got to tighten up. I think, you see the pass, make the pass. Don't wait. Pass it right to the guy. Don't try to be fancy. Don't try to be cool. Just be workmanlike. Just get the job done. And for the most part, yesterday he did, but I see some things. And I just want him to be a little more buttoned up, and hopefully he gets there. I'm not dissing him. I'm not angry. I see some things. Anyway, now, a fellow supporter, friend of mine, asked me a question. Is he better than Guendouzi? First of all, who gives a shit? Guendouzi's out on loan. Second of all, to me, all around, Guendouzi's better. To me. Plus, he's an asshole on the pitch. He gets on the opponent's nerves. He winds people up. And every team needs an asshole. Every team. Otherwise, you got a bunch of squares out there not defending themselves. We need that. We gotta. Anyway, think of Mane, Fabinho, McTominay, Tottenham. These are assholes. These are the type of guys, every team needs one. Anyway, who gives a shit? The real question is Lokonga definitively better than Maitland-Niles? at this stage in his career? That's the real question. Get at me at CITM Podcast or leave a comment on YouTube or what you think. Because I don't think he is. And I think Maitland Niles needs to get some runouts. But a lot of games coming up. A lot of games. He's going to get his chance. All right, on to your boy. Speaking of squares, choir boys, Odegaard. I don't know. He had a good free kick, but what else? Didn't really create anything. I'm starting to see what's going on. Nice little squad player. Good kid. Good attitude. Hard worker. But right now, not seeing any magic. Now, fortunately for him, the games are coming quick, fast, in a hurry. So he'll get some opportunities to prove me wrong. But man, oh man, I need to see a spark. Something. For real. Ben White, Gabriel, Ramsdale. Solid performance. The spine of this team is coming together nicely. Those three, whoo! Come on now. Gotta be excited about that as an Arsenal supporter. Now, if we can get some consistent cover in that midfield, shit. Look out. All right, how'd the kids do? What's going on with Starboy? What's going on? Is he okay? How'd the kids do? Look, Saka was showing his skill on Saturday. He's growing in stature. You need your stars to step up and try and take over a match. When things aren't going right, not much happening going forward, you need your stars to step up and take the match by the scruff of the neck. That's exactly what he did at the end of the first half and right out the gate in the second half. And the team needed it bad. Because Aubameyang, the leader, the captain, the veteran, the star, was giving us nothing. At halftime, I was asking myself, where was the goal going to come from? And Saka came out and showed me what time it was. Now, he did go off injured in the 63rd minute, but who knows? He's young. You never know. He could be ready for Man U on Thursday. I sure as hell hope so. Or that's going to be a long game. Well, what was I talking about last week? Pack it in, try to nick a goal late. That if he can't play, that should be the tactic. Put Aubameyang out far left. Hopefully he can. Anyway, I'm jumping the gun here. But Martinelli subbed on for Saka in the second touch of the game at the 65th minute. Tremendous volley. Tremendous. And this kid, he's shown sparks throughout his Arsenal career. He scored some great goals, key moments. He works hard. He's fast. He's instant energy. Like, you watch him out there, he's actually working hard and trying to do things. To me, because he's young, he doesn't understand you need to pick and choose your moments. I think he's a little spazzy at this stage in his career. But man, he scored some great goals. And that was tremendous. That really was tremendous. Now, a lot of fans are saying He's got to play. Arteta's stunting his growth. What's going on? You know, I compare the situation to Phil Foden on Man City. They used to say the same thing about Pep. You know, you got to play this kid more. He's a star. He's a star. And before his breakout season last year, he was in and out of the lineup. Sometimes he was never in the lineup. But they brought him along slowly, and they put him out there at the right time where he could really do something. And I hope that's what's going on with Martinelli. But look, with this schedule we got coming up, I'm going to highlight some of the games we have, plus the African Cup of Nations. Martinelli's going to have all the opportunities to play, and he's got to show some consistency, and he's got to be ready in those games, because when he's had opportunities this year, he hasn't really showed too much. So, love the kid, great goal. Hopefully, this is a sign of things to come from him. By the way, that was a clear penalty on Gabby. Clear. VAR at it again. Did us wrong. You know we're having a pretty good season when none of us are talking about VAR screwing us in matches. I mean, really. The fool, it wasn't shoulder to shoulder like Nuno's. That fool came up and cracked that fool in his jaw. But anyway, I like how, that was a mess. That was a mess. You didn't know what was going on. Oh, they're doing a VAR check, and next thing you know, it's just ridiculous. So, what did we learn today? Aubameyang is not the striker this club needs at this point. It's a bad fit. He struggles down the middle, and when he plays out left, he disappears offensively, and defensively, the squad is not as effective. That leaves us in a tough spot, because Laka ain't it either. As much as I love his rough and tumble and his industry, he ain't it either. Balogun, Martinelli, they're too young and inexperienced. And have you seen the schedule? Let me just rattle off some. Hold on a second. Look at me. Doesn't have his shit together. Ooh, yeah. Look at me. Let's look at the dates on these teams. Usually it's around the Christmas time that the schedule gets all shitty and congested. Man U, December 2nd, Thursday. Everton, 4 days later, December 6th. 5 days later, Southampton. 4 days later, West Ham. 3 days later, Leeds United. Then we got a EFL Cup match, quarterfinals. 3 days after that, Norwich, 5 games, 5 days after that. 2 days. Actually, some of this shit has to change, because that's like on FIFA, the video game, when you do career mode. 2 days after that, we got Wolves. Oh no, that's probably right. So, plus players leaving on the African Cup, and man, it's scary. It's scary the amount of games we're about to have to play. So, with all that said, we got to get a number 9 ASAP. A proven goal scorer entering in his or her prime. Yeah. I know that's a lot to ask for, and it ain't gonna be easy. But damn it, this is Arsenal. We can't play around with it. Can't wait till deadline day to bring somebody in. It's got to be early in the window, or there is no way we're getting into the top 4. No way whatsoever. And we'll leave it at that. This game on Thursday is huge. It's huge. As I think Arsenal are better than 15 other teams in the Premier League. I think we can get with 15 of them, no problem. If we play good on our day, we should beat the majority of those teams. But Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City, and Man United. That game Thursday is huge, because if we can beat them, then we got a definite shot at the top 4. So we'll see how it goes. Who knows what's jumping off? I don't know. We're playing on Thursday and shit. I'm doing solo podcasts. I might go live right after the match on YouTube, Facebook, one of these platforms. And so who knows? But I want to thank you for tuning in. I want to thank all the questions, being answered. Shout out to Lil Do, Pat, always down for the cause. Shout out to Gong Lee over there in Indonesia, and Bubaka, my Nigerian partner, and all the African Gooners. Thanks for participating. We do all our damage on Twitter at CITM Podcast. We're on Instagram, Facebook. You know the deal. Share this episode. Leave a review, especially on iTunes. And man, get at me. Participate. Thanks for all the love. Be safe out there, and peace.
Twisting, turning. That's a penalty, is it? No, he's still going. Oh, how about that?
Thank you for tuning into Caught in Two Minds. Please head on over to iTunes to subscribe, rate, and review. All feedback is much appreciated. And be sure to follow us on Twitter at CITM Podcasts, at Guna Rush, and at eMarshall Comedy. The music of this podcast is brought to you by Statics. If you like what you hear, please head on over to staticsmusic.com and be sure to follow them on Twitter and Instagram at Statics Music. That's STATX Music. Peace.